Oh my god, this Cornelius kid is a GB also.
Dude, look at that YouTube streamer tear it up. Yeah, Borog's good with his shotgun. Just watch his videos.
Hello, I'm Borog. My name is Abram, and this is the movement tutorial for the professional. Now, if you haven't seen my strafing and wall bouncing tutorials, you need to watch both of those, and you need to watch my sensitivity guide, because in this video, I'm going to assume that you've watched all three. Now, I'm going to make this tutorial like I've made my other tutorials. I'm going to let the clips roll, and I'm going to go back over the clips, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I did to make my movement effective. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you on a controller, step by step. So by the end of this video, you'll be able to move like a professional. Very often, the most effective way to kill your opponent is to do something I call the running swing shot. Now, I also do some other things in this clip. I'm strafing, I'm wall bouncing, but one key component to why this was effective was my movement was unpredictable. So let's go right back over this, and I'll show you why I did what I did. The very first move I try to pull off on an opponent that does not see me coming is something I call a running swing shot. And what a running swing shot is just that. You run up to him and swing shot. This is probably one of the best moves for killing an opponent that doesn't see you coming. The very next thing that will determine your next movement is whether or not you're at a disadvantage. You're at a disadvantage if you're outnumbered or if they got a shot off on you. You see in this clip, both of those happened. So what you need to do is you need to wall bounce. So I wall bounce both of these people, and then this is a very important move that not a lot of people do that you see right here. What I do is I wall bounce to the wall quickly, but I don't actually bounce all the way to the wall because I want to keep my forward movement. Now, this is really helpful when you're dealing with someone that has a right hand advantage like this opponent that I have right here. Now you see right here, the only reason he missed his shot is because I was unpredictable. And that unpredictable movement got me up top. I noticed that he was wall bouncing, but I wasn't at a disadvantage, so I pop shotted and got the kill. Now if you want to do this move but there's no cover to wall bounce onto, what you need to do is you actually need to roll past your opponent. And when you roll past them, you'll be able to perform those swing shot and take them out. But don't do this if they're already planted on the wall, because it's a lot easier to hit someone that's rolling than it is to hit somebody that wall bounces. Now if you're going to fight someone that's behind cover, your first thought is probably to run straight up to that cover and mantle kick them. But I recommend that you do not mantle kick, because for whatever reason, in Gears of War 3, they made it so it's completely unreliable. And if you miss, you'll see right here, it's an easy kill for someone else. This next movement technique is something I call the stutter step. And the stutter step is a great move for taking out people that are hard aiming. Now, to stutter step, you need to rotary run directly to one side and then change directions immediately. This will completely throw off their aim. Now you're probably thinking, Abram, how am I supposed to move so much and still be accurate? I mean, I can see you're jumping all over the place, you're strafing, you're wall bouncing, but how am I supposed to be accurate doing any of this stuff? Now, that's a good question. Just let me first point out that strafing and wall bouncing is more about avoiding their shots than it is about killing them. Yes, you need to strafe and wall bounce to kill them, but it's more important that they miss their shots than it is that you hit your shots, because if they're missing shots all day, you'll have plenty of time to kill them. In order to have a more accurate wall bounce, you should first know this. Your main goal is either to go directly to their side or behind them. You never want to bounce to the front of your opponent, or it'll just be like giving them an easy kill. You'll see with the next person that I kill right here, he went into my shot, which is exactly what you're trying to avoid when you're trying to have good movement. Now to make your wall bounce more accurate, I can't tell you where you will shoot each time you wall bounce, because that's really dependent on how high your sensitivity is. And the higher sensitivity you have, in theory, this will make you a better wall bouncer, because the faster you can turn your body, the faster you can aim at your opponent, and the faster you can kill him. Now that I've told you all the different movements and I've given you examples, I'm going to show you how to do each one step by step on the controller. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is that I'm using alternate controls. And I'm using alternate controls because it's the best way to get really good at wall bouncing really quickly. So I highly recommend that you use alternate controls as well. Now, the first move I'm doing is the running swing shot. And to do the running swing shot properly, you need to run at your opponent slightly at an angle, and then let go of Roadie Run just before you get to him, and swing your gun from one side to the other and pull the trigger. Now, the reason why you want to run a little bit to the side is to make you a harder target to hit, and you need to swing your gun so the barrel will end up right in the center of their body, and you'll have the best chance at a kill. And I'll just play it one more time just so you guys can see. Let go of X, switch my thumb over to the thumbstick, swing my gun, and pull the trigger. The next move I'm going to show you is the first version of the stutter step. And with this stutter step, the whole point of it is that you will basically go in a straight line, but be a difficult target to hit. And there's actually two different ways to do the stutter step correctly, so I'm going to show you both ways. You can either stutter step and then roadie run, or you can stutter step and then roll. It doesn't actually matter which way you do it. It really depends on your playstyle, so do what you want. And how you do it is you hold roadie run, and then you need to run slightly at an angle, and then tap A so you wall bounce, and then just as quickly as you tap A, you turn away from that wall that you're bouncing on so that you just move just that small amount, and you can keep your forward motion. So here, look at my hands when I do this. I'm going to run straight, but not perfectly straight. I'm going to run at a slight angle. I'm going to tap A. I tap A, I start to go toward the wall, and then I roadie run. And then here, look at it again. Look at the left thumbstick, what I do. I look toward the wall, I tap A, I start to move toward that wall, and then just as quickly, I'm moving that thumbstick back, just so I can keep that forward motion. That is key to doing the stutter step correctly. And I'll just do it one more time, just so you guys can see it. Change directions, continue to roadie run, or change directions and then roll. This next move I'm going to show you is the second version of the stutter step. And with this stutter step, you're actually going to hold the roadie run button and switch directions completely. You're going to basically turn at a 90-degree angle. So with this version of the stutter step, you're actually going to walk in the opposite direction that you eventually want to roadie run to. So in this case, you'll see that my left hand, my left thumbstick, will actually be going to the left, and then immediately I switch it to the right side all the way, and I hold roadie run. And something else you're going to notice is that I don't hold it for very long. So you hear, see, I'm holding right on the thumbstick, I'm holding the roadie run, and as soon as I start to roadie run, I let go of it because I also want to go back and swing shot my opponent. I purposely didn't sync up the controller in the gameplay exactly because I want you to look at the controller first and then look at the game to see what happens next. So pay attention to what happens on the controller here. I'm holding right on that left thumbstick, and I'm holding roadie run. And then I'm going to let go of roadie run, and I'm actually going to switch that thumb off of that thumbstick. The most important thing that you should have learned from this video is that being unpredictable is the key to having the best possible movement. That's my video. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. We know that teamwork comes first. We play for fun, but we play to win. We are one with Valor.